Here at the Danes domain, we're on a quest to find the cutest dog in the world and groom them. Today's contender is Scraps. Let's get started. I start by clipping Scraps' nails.
Only gonna take an itty bitty bit off of that. We will maybe round it. I don't know if that's even worth messing with because it looks like it's like gotten sheared off. Probably got snagged on some carpet.
Then I move to the Dremel to round off the edges.
Good boy.
I wipe out any wax and debris from inside his ears. And now for the bath.
Good boy, good boy.
I start by mixing up the shampoo in the recirculating bather. Today, I'm using the Nasty Critter Everyday Deep Cleaning Shampoo from The Girl with the Dogs. Then I apply the shampoo, starting with the feet.
Good boy. Nice and warm.
I try to save his face for later because once that's wet, Scraps likes to give me a front row ticket to the splash zone. When working around the face, I'm careful not to get shampoo into the ears or eyes.
Good job. Good job. Good boy. Thank you.
With Scraps thoroughly sudsed, I move on to rinsing. Now that he has been degreased and rinsed, I apply a medicated shampoo. Today, I'm using Veterinary Formula Clinical Care Hot Spot and Itch Relief Medicated Shampoo. This shampoo has colloidal oatmeal, hydrocortisone, and lidocaine to help soothe angry, itchy skin. I make sure to apply the shampoo to every inch of Scraps, including some of his problem areas, like the paw pads.
Good job.
While the shampoo works its magic, I give Scraps a blueberry facial to make sure his face is extra clean.
Good boy. Yum, 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 yum.
Now that his face is good and soapy, I take this time to use the flea comb on his beard and mustache, working out any tangles or
Crunchy bits.
I'll use this time to brush his teeth with a mint-flavored enzymatic toothpaste from Verbac. Time to swap out his cotton balls with new dry ones.
Good job, buddy. He's a good boy.
And lastly, to express his anal sacs.
It's sad.
Now for the final rinse. With Scraps fully rinsed, I can start the drying process. I get as much moisture off his body as I can using the towel. And then I move to the blow dryer.
Good job shaking everywhere, buddy.
Then I give him a little spritz of detangler. And it's onto the table for the final drying.
Here we go, bud. Good job.
Once Scraps is completely dry, I go over him with my slicker brush.
Brush, brush. Here is some of me brushing my little dog. Because he's a good boy, he's doing such a good job. He's getting brushed. He's got that super thick hair. So thick.
To start the haircut, I use the trimmers to go over his sanitary areas, between the legs and under the tail.
A little bit of a pink spot there.
Then I shave out his paw pads.
Just gonna get rid of some of this hair. His paw pads. He's a good boy. He's a good little doggy. Look at all this hair.
Now I switch to the clippers to work on his body. Scraps' haircut is pretty simple. Today he's getting cut short on the body with a round face and head. And to honor his terrier lineage, we leave him a lovely set of eyebrows.
This reverse tends to catch his hair so much better because a lot of it is growing very, very straight. It has its own direction it wants to go, so the clippers will just sort of glide right over it. It doesn't catch a lot of it. So the trick for that is just to go in reverse.
His coat is prone to corduroy or clipper lines, so I'll have to be mindful of this when clipping him. I keep an eye on the temperature of my clipper blade and swap it out when it gets too warm. Using a hot blade can lead to skin irritation and clipper burn, which Scraps definitely doesn't need.
Yeah.
His coat shows clipper lines very easily, so I have to move the clipper in the same direction his coat is growing in. Even if I do cause lines, I can go in with my thinning shears or use a longer blade in reverse to even them out.
I'm trying to go against the grain, but also in the same direction the hair is growing. I don't know how to describe that. Because you're going to get... his hair suddenly starts growing down instead of the side. And that's going to give you... yeah, corduroy lines. Let's see, it gets a little hairy here, because the neck has a lot of loose skin. So you have to make sure everything is taut. But again, his hair is so thick that I really want to go reverse here to catch all of this hair. There's 2 folds of skin here on many dog breeds, and many just dogs in general. And you really don't want to catch them in the guard. I don't think it's ever happened to me before. And I don't want to be, I don't want to break any records. I could take a little bit of this off.
Time to swap out my blade again.
We are going to do a little bit of a teddy bear head, but also we like to leave his eyebrows long. Because they're very cute. We'll leave him a little bit of extra hair up here so we can thin it later, and also so we can hide this little wart. Boop, boop, boop. We are going to run a comb down the back of his tail. The long comb actually is nice because it makes it a little bit less puffy, but I like to leave him a little artificial flag tail. This way, if he's got any allergies or anything going on his tail, which he has had before, we can keep a closer eye on them and his tail will be able to breathe a little bit. It's usually on the top. I don't know why it's not on the bottom.
Now onto the scissors. I work on his tail, cleaning up anything I missed with the clippers.
Then you can sit down.
I trim and shape the feet.
He'd rather have less hair on his foot to stay wet and damp and hot when he licks it. So we can have fewer problems with bacteria growing in between your little toes.
And the legs.
Okay.
I switch to the thinners to keep things looking natural.
Just trying to level the playing field over here. Doesn't help that he's actually got like a little roll here.
I use my little trimmer to scoop the corner of his eyes and the bridge of his nose.
Good boy.
I use the thinners to remove some of the hair between the eyes to better define his eyebrows.
Gently fade away, because he still gets a little bit of fuzz up here, so we don't want to take it too high up.
And under his ears.
Now, I love to trim this hair, but he may shake his head, so I'm just going to trim it a little bit.
I use the curved scissors to shape the mustache, being sure to watch out for any wandering tongues.
What's this tongue doing? Huh? What's this long, dangly thing?
I shape his eyebrows using my straight scissors. last bit is to trim the beard. And that about wraps up Scrap's full groom. Here's the before and the after. Scraps is a lovable rascal with roguish good looks, and that makes him the cutest dog in the world. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.